Hey guys, Codename J2 back with another video. So, you read the title of the video, and before you hate on the video, just hear me out, okay? Rick and Morty is a great show, okay? I love it. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. But while it's a great show, it's not a great Rick and Morty show. It's actually a bad one. Let me explain. You see, the show is called Rick and Morty, but the show doesn't focus on the dynamic duo as much as the title of the show does. What I'm trying to say here is that we rarely have Rick and Morty episodes where the focus is just on Rick and Morty going on solo adventures together, because the majority of the episodes of the show are not Rick and Morty centric episodes. The only exception for that is season 1. Now look, Rick and Morty still plays a major role in the show, okay? But so does Beth, so does Jerry, and so does Summer. The show should be called The Smith Family instead of Rick and Morty, and I'm very disappointed that the show doesn't focus on just Rick and Morty. Instead, it focuses on them alongside the rest of the Smith family. Like most episodes in every season are Smith family episodes, with some Rick and Morty episodes between here and there. I'll give you guys an example. Season 1 worked very well as a Rick and Morty season. Like, the show deserves to be called Rick and Morty in the first season. Because season 1 has 7 Rick and Morty episodes where the A plot is about Rick and Morty and the B plot is about the rest of the Smith family. Those episodes are Pilot, Lawnmower Dog, Anatomy Park, Me Seeks and Destroy, Rick Potion 9, Rick 60 Minutes, Close Recounter of the Rick Kind. So yeah, we have 7 Rick and Morty episodes, while the rest aren't just Rick and Morty episodes. You have Mr. Nightshine Alien, which doesn't count as a Rick and Morty episode. It's just a Rick episode. Yes, he is with Morty, but that Morty was a hologram, so it doesn't even count. You have Raising Zorb, which also isn't a Rick and Morty episode, since Rick and Summer have their own little adventure while Morty's raising Morty Jr. Something Wicked This Way Come also doesn't count, since it's another Rick and Summer episode, while the B plot is a Morty and Jerry episode. Rixie Business isn't a Rick and Morty episode, it's actually a Rick, Morty, and Summer episode. It's a trio episode, and the B plot is about Jerry and Beth. So yeah, overall, season 1 did a perfect balance. The show still felt like Rick and Morty since most of the episodes were about them, but they did something refreshing from time to time where they changed things up with having Rick and Morty being separated from each other, pairing them up with other members of the Smith family, or having them be next to each other when with one member of the Smith family being next to them. But that's about it. The rest of the show focuses on the entire Smith family, whether they are next to each other or separate from each other. But yeah, they are Smith family episodes, and the Rick and Morty episodes are less compared to how they were in season 1. Season 2 has 4 Rick and Morty episodes, and the rest were Smith family episodes. The 4 ones are Morty Night Run, Get Swifty, The Ricks Must Be Crazy, and Look Who's Purging Now. These 4 episodes are solo Rick and Morty episodes. The focus is on the dynamic duo. The rest are Smith family episodes. A Wrinkle in Time is a Rick, Morty, and Summer episode, with the B plot about Beth and Jerry, so it counts as a Smith family episode. Autoerotic Assimilation is also a Smith family episode. The A plot is about Rick, Morty, and Summer, and the B plot is about Beth and Jerry. So yeah, you have Total Recall, which is a Smith family episode. Same with Big Trouble on Little Sanchez, with it's another Rick, Morty, and Summer episode with the B plot about Beth and Jerry, and The Wedding Squatchers, which is a Smith family episode. They all go to a bird person's wedding. So yeah, season 3 does the same thing with having 4 Rick and Morty episodes, which are Vindigators 3, The Return of World Ender, Rest and Relaxation, Morty Mind Blowers, and Rick Shuri and Morty Date. The rest are Smith family episodes, which are Rick Shank Redemption is a Rick Morty Summer episode, Rick Massing the Stone is also a Rick Morty Summer episode, Pickle Rick is a solo Rick episode with the B plot about Morty, Summer, and Beth, The Whirly Dirly Conspiracy is a Rick and Jerry episode, Rick even screams it out loud that it's a Rick and Jerry episode, while the B plot is about Morty, Beth, and Summer. The Ricklantis Mix-Up is an episode about the Citadel of Ricks. Our Rick and Morty showed up only in the first scene and in the post-credit scene, so I don't really count it as a Rick and Morty episode. The ABCs of Beth is a Rick and Beth episode, with the B plot about Morty, Summer, and Jerry. So yeah, 4 out of 10 Rick and Morty episodes. Crazy, right? Season 4 is even worse, with having 2 Rick and Morty episodes, which are One Crew Over the Crew Who's Morty and Rat Last Star Eclectica. The rest are not Rick and Morty episodes. Edge of Morty, Rick Die, Rick Beat has Rick and Morty separated from one another. The Old Man in the Seat is a Rick solo episode. The B plot is about Morty and Jerry, and the C plot is Beth and Summer. Claws on Hoarder, Special Rick and Morty is a Rick, Morty, and Summer episode. Never Rick and Morty doesn't count as a Rick and Morty episode, since those Rick and Mortys are not even our Rick and Morty. They are just part of the story Train Toy or whatever it is. The Vat of Acid episode starts as a Rick and Morty episode, but then the two are separated and get reunited until the climax, so I'm not counting it. Chilled Rick of Mort is a Rick Beth episode, the B plot is a Morty and Summer episode, and the C plot is about Jerry. And Star Mort Rick Turn of the Jerry is an ensemble episode, okay? It's a Smith family episode. It's not a Rick and Morty episode. So yeah, Season 4 has 3 out of 10 Rick and Morty episodes. Season 5 also has 3 out of 10 Rick and Morty episodes. Those are Rick Dependent Spray, Rick and Morty Thanksploitation Spectacular, and Rick Morai Jack. The rest are Smith family episodes. More Dinner, Rick and Ray has Morty with Jessica, Rick with Mr. Nimbus, Beth with Jerry, and Summer is barely in the episode, but yeah, it's a Smith family episode. Morty Pelicity is a Smith family episode, but you realize that our Smith family are not even in the episode. They are all decoys, a lot of decoys. A Rick Convenient Mort is a Morty and Planetina episode with the B plot about Rick and Summer. A Morty Can Rick Fitty is a Rick, Beth, and Jerry episode with the B plot about Morty and Summer with Bruce Chutback. Cotron Jerry vs. Rick Vangelion is a Smith family episode. Rick Franchise of the Spotless Mort is a Rick solo episode, with him trying to save a bird person. And Forgetting Saw Rick Morchell has our Rick and Morty being separated, with Rick going with the crows and Morty with that guy that I forgot his name. So yeah, 3 out of 10 Rick and Morty episodes. Well, guess what? Season 6 is even worse with having 1 out of 10 Rick and Morty episodes. And that episode is Full Meta Jack Rick. The rest are Smith family episodes. Solar Ricks is a Smith family episode. Rick A Mort Well Lived is a summer episode with the whole Die Hard thing. Our Rick and Morty are inside the game called Roy. Bethic Twin Sticked is a Beth and Space Beth episode. Night Family is about the whole family. Final Dismissation is a Rick and Jerry episode. Jurassic Mort is a Rick episode. Yes, there are some segments with Rick and Morty, but it's a Rick episode. Analyze Piss is another Rick episode. Jerry does have his own thing in that episode as well. A Rick and King Mortar's Mort felt like a Rick and Morty episode, but then when you watch the finale, you realize that Morty wasn't with Rick in that episode, okay? Instead, it was Robot Rick, so it doesn't really count as a Rick and Morty episode. And Rick Chernal, Mort Spoon's Rick Miss Mortification have our Rick and Morty being separated, having their own thing going on with, Morty and the president thing, while Rick is in his lab, trying to find Rick Prime. So yeah, 1 out of 10 Rick and Morty episodes. That's just nonsense. Season 7 has 4 out of 10 Rick and Morty episodes, so at least it's better than 6. But yeah, those 4 Rick and Morty episodes are That's a Mort and Mortican, Rick Finding Your Mort, and Mort Ragnarok. The rest are not Rick and Morty solo episodes. How Poopy Got His Poop Back is a Rick episode with his friends, and Gene joins them as well. So yeah, the J-Rick Trap is a Rick and Jerry episode. Air Force Wong is a Rick episode with Dr. Wong and the President and Unity. Wet Quat and Morty Can Summer is a Rick, Morty, and Summer episode. Rise of the Numbericans is the first episode without Rick. The episode is about Ice-T, Morty's math teacher, and Morty himself. And Fear No More starts as a Rick and Morty episode, but at the end you realize that it's just a Morty episode. The Rick that was with Morty when Morty entered the fear hole wasn't our Rick. Rick never even entered the fear hole. Only Morty did. So yeah, that whole Rick was just part of the fear hole thing, okay? It wasn't our Rick. So yeah, 4 out of 10 Rick and Morty episodes. So you see the problem, right? I'm just very disappointed at the show for not being Rick and Morty centric show. With a lot of episodes being about the dynamic duo. Now look, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying every episode should be Rick and Morty episodes. I actually like when Summer tags along from time to time, or when they pair Rick and Morty with other members of the Smith family, such as having Rick with Beth, or Rick with Summer, or Rick with Jerry, same with Morty, same with, having Morty with Beth, or Summer, or Jerry. Like, I have no problem with that, okay? Like, I have no problem when we get Morty and Summer episodes, or Morty and Beth episodes, or Morty and Jerry episodes, or an entire ensemble episodes. So yeah, I like when we get those episodes. My problem is that most episodes are about those things that I just mentioned. We rarely have episodes where the focus is just on Rick and Morty. Episodes where it's just the two of them doing some crazy stuff with the rest of the Smith family doing their own thing in the background. Like seriously, we have more Smith family episodes with some Rick and Morty episodes between here and there. It should be the other way around. What makes those Smith family episodes special in season 1 is that they don't happen that much. So when they do happen, they feel very refreshing, you know? It's just that I want the show to be a Rick and Morty show. Like, is that too much to ask? Again, I love Smith family episodes. Episodes like Total Recall, Rick Shack Redemption, Really Dirty Conspiracy, ABCs of Beth are some of my favorite episodes. So yeah, I love these type of episodes. I'm not saying we should not get these type of episodes. What I'm saying is that we should get them in some occasions. Like in each season, we should get at least 3 out of 10 Smith family episodes. So yeah, for a show that is called Rick and Morty, it just doesn't work as a Rick and Morty show. The only exception is season 1. So the show should be called The Smith Family, not Rick and Morty, because Rick and Morty episodes are less than Smith Family episodes. The show isn't just about Rick and Morty, it's about Rick, Morty, Summer, Jerry, and Beth. It's an ensemble show. The 5 of them are the main characters. It's their show. It's a Smith Family show. So yeah, I'm just very disappointed that it's not a Rick and Morty show after season 1. I wish we had more Rick and Morty episodes and less Smith Family episodes. Like, for example, season 4 has 3 Rick and Morty episodes and 7 Smith family episodes. Well, they should have done the opposite. We should have had 7 Rick and Morty episodes and 3 Smith family episodes. And you're gonna say, well, 3 is less for the rest of the Smith family. No, it's not, because they would still have B plots in those Rick and Morty centric episodes. So yeah. So Rick and Morty is not a bad show, okay, but it's for sure a bad Rick and Morty show. The show doesn't live up to its name. If it was called The Smith Family, I would have been totally fine, but since it's called Rick and Morty, I'm just disappointed that there is less Rick and Morty episodes in the show that is called Rick and Morty. So I just wish we had more Rick and Morty episodes. Just seeing the dynamic between Rick and Morty doing crazy adventures on their own next to each other, them going on adventures, just the 2 of them, it's just great. So yeah, I hope in the future we'll start seeing more Rick and Morty episodes where the plot is about Rick and Morty as a duo. So yeah, cause Rick and Morty are one of my favorite duos of all time. What sucks is that we don't see a lot of episodes about the dynamic duo. Again, the only exception is season 1. So yeah, Rick and Morty episodes are very rare after season 1. We really started getting less Rick and Morty episodes and more Smith family episodes after season 1. I hope that will change in the future, but that's actually my biggest problem with the show. That's it doesn't live up to its name. So yeah, I really want more Rick and Morty episodes, so writers, please, if you're watching the video, give me more Rick and Morty episodes, where the focus is on them as a duo, with some Smith family episodes from time to time. So yeah, Rick and Morty is a bad show. It's actually a good show, but it is for sure a bad Rick and Morty show. I still love it, okay? So don't get that twisted, okay? I still love the show. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Just leave your thoughts down in the comments below. So I'm done. So if you guys like this video, then give it a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next video.